This review is going to be a little different because I asked you what you guys thought of this new album, and I got so much response that I'm featuring your comments and letting you do a lot of the talking. Hey, I'm Jess Paul of WreckedRadio, and reviewing Punko's classic rock was a little difficult because not only was I comparing the covers to the originals, but I was comparing the bands with each other. My definition of a great cover is taking previously existing lyrics and compositions and adding your own style to it, making it your own. Sometimes this works, sometimes this doesn't, and that's what this review is all about. Bethy Boots said, I'm not the biggest fan of classic rock, but I want the Punko's classic rock album. The first cover was Boston's More Than a Feeling by Hit the Lights. These guys definitely put their own spin on it, but this is actually a very personal song to me, and I believe that it was way too rushed. More Than a Feeling is about building momentum, and these guys sped through it from the very beginning. Next, VersaEmerge's version of Painted Black by the Rolling Stones definitely seemed like a crowd favorite. Before we get to everybody else's comments, Sierra Custerback said, the progression is very intriguing as well as the structure of the song. The song's simplicity allowed us to use it as a playground and try lots of different things and add our own flair. Jen58892 said, the VersaEmerge cover is the only track I found to be interesting because they gave it their own flavor. And Lucas Not Luke said the only good cover of Punko's classic rock is VersaEmerge's Painted Black. I agree with you guys in the sense that this song rocked. As it built up to the chorus, I was kind of unsure the first couple times. When the male vocalist stepped in, he was okay, but he didn't give it as much attack as the original Rolling Stones did. But on the third chorus, Sierra took over and totally ripped this song apart in the best way. I loved what they did to this classic. They almost did Free Fallin' by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. When I first saw this on the list, I was like, wasn't this recorded in the 90s? 89, actually. Still makes me think, what constitutes as classic rock? They almost did alright, one of the more overlooked tunes on this album. Mayday Parade did We Are the Champions by Queen. This is the first of the two Queen songs on this album, These Brave Souls. It definitely had that punk feel, but it's very much a challenge to touch Queen. As far as I'm concerned, nobody should really touch Queen. Well, except for maybe Adam Lambert. He can touch Queen all he wants. Kiss's Rock and Roll All Night by the Somerset. No. Super Uber Chicken said, We the Kings, the Maine of course, and Forever the Sickest Kids had really good covers. I believe this cover was very playful and light, but so was the band. Skylit Drive took on Journey's Separate Ways, Worlds Apart. Super Uber Chicken said again, it was crazy to hear Journey screamed, but I like it. This is how you do a cover. This is how you own a song and do it in a way that your fans appreciate it. Skylit, 2 thumbs up, because you made this epic ballad sound like it could have used some screaming all along. Ice Stars did the outfield Your Love. Besides comparing this to the original, I had to also compare it to Gabe Supporter's old band Midtown when they did this cover for Punko's 80s. I honestly think Supporter had the better cover. This was definitely weaker, but it was still kind of fun. Pierce the Veil did Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult. Pierce the Veil breathed life into this, I believe. The original was supposed to be a psychedelic, slow-moving drug rock anthem, but when you ask the punk pop rock kids to try it, they're definitely going to rev it up. And that guitar solo, sick nasty like your mom. Forever the Sickest Kids, Creep Tree by Ozzy. Joe Bro Fan 97 said, Forever the Sickest Kids! I love Forever the Sickest Kids' other covers in the series, and this one is no different. The fast guitarist and the singer's really unique vocals really make any song that they do their song and nobody else's. Well, I guess except for Ozzy's, in this case. The Maine did Pour Some Sugar On Me by Def Leppard. I think the guys did this one justice. They seem to have enough power to push this really energetic and sexy song. It was good, not one of the best, but good. Envy on the Coast did Jimi Hendrix All Along the Watchtower. Have to admit this is the only song and band from the list I've never heard. I think it really rocked. The song had a lot of star power and energy, at the same time it was kind of gritty and exciting. Nice job guys, I might even check out your other stuff. Every Avenue did Take Me Home Tonight. This song was one of my favorites as soon as it started playing for the first time. When you want to say better than the original, this song definitely could qualify. It made it so much fresher that Eddie Money could have made it, yet still gave incredible respect to the little details, like when they say just like Ronnie said, which is a beautiful reference to Ronnie and the Ronettes. I only wish that this song could have been written to be longer than 3.5 minutes, because I kept playing it over and over again. Never Shout Never does Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. Elena's Black said, I was looking forward to Chris Ingle on Queen, and when I heard it, I guess I can respect him from trying. Allison Jasper Twilight said, I love Christopher Drew and everything, but I think he should have chose something a little easier. and Bohemian Rhapsody should never be covered. This was possibly the most anticipated cover of the bunch. He was very on key and almost did nothing wrong, except for the fact that you don't touch Queen, especially this song. It was incredibly ambitious, but I think that he was set up for failure from the very beginning. Just like Elena's Black said, I can respect him for trying. To all those who can think they can cover Queen, don't. Except if you're Adam Lambert. Never get that presence that is behind the band Queen. That's pretty much the biggest difference. Keys and Notes said Bless the Fall's cover of Dream On was good. Not terrible, but it wasn't quite amazing either. Mr. Han69 said, Punko's Classic Rock. It was not very good, but I did enjoy Dream On, Bless the Fall. I had an incredible bias about this song, but not really. As a lot of you might know, I really dislike Bless the Fall, especially Craig Mabbitt. Not just because he took the place of Ronnie Radke and Escape Fate. I know, here come the comments. But in my personal opinion, I think that he is one of the worst singers in the emo/punk rock genre. And this is how I'm not biased. Upon first listening to this album, I had it on in the background, not quite paying attention to it. When this song started, my brain immediately went, who the is this? And then when I clicked on iTunes, I was like, oh, it's Bless the Fall. So essentially, I hate this cover. With that said, tell me what you think of my review and everybody else's. Agree, disagree? I'm not going to give this one a star rating because it involved so many different artists. I felt like the album was just separate pieces from everybody. So it was hard to critique the entire body of work. I love doing this. From now on, I want to feature your opinions on my reviews. After all, this is your place for music. I want you guys to be involved. So watch out for when I announce what I'll be reviewing next. For more awesome reviews, don't subscribe. See, I was trying the Russell effect. See, when I say don't, I actually mean, are you still watching? Yeah. Love you long time, Jess Paul. Peace out.